from a
hitman
hitman in Pulp Fiction to a bit of a house slave in Django, Jedi Master he's writing his own link here, in Star Wars, a super spy in Avengers Assemble. Here's just a taster of why Samuel L. Jackson is one of America's most wanted actors.
We're keepers of the peace, not soldiers.
Until such time as the world ends, we will act as though it intends to spin off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? As of right now, we are at war.
Why is you lying?
That can be harmful.
Winning in here is the key to winning out there.
And you will know my name is the Lord.
We're impossibly outnumbered.
I don't think so.
That's me, baby. That's me. I did that.
And he's here right now. Welcome back. Great to see you.
I did that.
You did that. Did you go to see the movies as a kid? Were you a fan?
I lived in the movies on Saturday and Sunday.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Huge fan. All day long.
What would you see?
I would go at about 10 and watch cartoons from 10 to 12. And from 12 until 1, they had serialized Westerns and Captain Marvel and things like that. And then we would stay for the either horror or Western double feature or adventure double feature, because they showed 2 movies there.
So when did it go from sitting there watching it as a fan to then going, actually, this is something that I want to do?
I guess every day when we left the movies, we would go home and do everything we saw on screen. So we had sticks, we made swords, we had guns. Well, everybody had toy guns.
Yeah.
So we shot each other, we chased each other, we played war, we did everything together, and that translated into me being in the house with my aunt, who was a performing arts teacher, who never had enough boys in the productions she did, so she just put me in everything. So I ended up performing from a very small age. I figured all this out when I sat down to figure out why I made this career choice. And she started me, and she still takes credit for that.
Does she?
She should.
Oh, of course.
Of course she should.
Yeah. Not for her, I would not be where I am today.
But for you, though, it was quite late when it came to being global. You'd done lots of plays and stuff, but it was actually later because a bit of a slow burn, I suppose you could call it.
No, I guess I was kind of in my own way. You know, I was doing a lot of drugs and doing a lot of drinking because I had a theater teacher at university who said, well, you know, if you want to be one of the great ones, you have to learn how to, you know, handle your alcohol and do all these other things while you're performing, like the great ones, whoever they were. And we took that to heart, and we did it. So I guess maybe when I went to an audition, I might have smelled like alcohol, or my eyes were a little red or whatever. And I didn't get specific jobs, but I continued to do what I was doing.
You weren't very good at it then, obviously, were you? And you couldn't hide it in that case.
Well, I hid it quite well because everybody was quite shocked when I went to rehab. It's kind of like,
I see.
What happened? And I was like, okay, and I did it. But amazingly enough, when I did go to rehab, the job came that propelled me into Hollywood, which was Jungle Fever. And it was almost like a carbon copy of what I'd been doing with my life anyway. So I'd done the research, so it was just a matter of me going out there putting it on screen.
What age were you then? 40?
I guess I was almost 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or 40-ish.
And then you would have been, I suppose, 45 with when it came to the big global break when you were talking about Pulp Fiction. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because Pulp Fiction came out before Die Hard. I was doing Die Hard when Pulp Fiction came out. So Jungle Fever got me into Hollywood when I won the Best Supporting Performer Award at Cannes, which has never been given and never been given since. And that projected me into Hollywood. Then I did Jungle Fever. Then I did Pulp Fiction, because I'd auditioned for Reservoir Dogs and Quentin didn't cast me, but he remembered me and he wrote this part for me in Pulp.
That was a great part.
And then I was doing Die Hard with Bruce,
Yeah.
and Bruce said, "This movie's going to make you famous," not knowing that Pulp was going to be the cult favorite that it was, because Pulp was one of those kind of, I read it, I loved it, I knew my friends would love it, but nobody knew that film would have the crossover and legs, I guess, through history that it has right now. I mean, it's
iconic.
I get a whole new group of fans every year when kids come of age.
Yeah. And they watch it. That's
all of a
true,
sudden, they
isn't it?
get to watch Pulp Fiction. It's like, oh my God, you are so cool.
It's
so I
never
get to be cool all over again.
There. Yeah,
every
yeah.
year for
What it's done is it's enabled you to get involved with things, give you a very loud global voice, which I would have thought if you are interested in pushing an idea, whether it's a charity or whatever it happens to be, that's a very useful thing to have. You have a very loud global voice, and what you're using it for, or use it for many things actually, but is men's health. Why did you decide that this was going to be the banner you would carry?
Well, I had some friends who passed, and they were very upset about the fact that these friends had cancer and didn't speak out or didn't tell them and they didn't know, or they waited too late to go and get checked. And as they spoke to me about it, I realized that I have friends who do the same thing. That all of a sudden they've disappeared for a while and they come back and say, well, you know, I had a procedure. And it happens that men talk about injuries. I mean, we talk about spraining our ankles or banging our heads or doing things, but we don't speak about illnesses.
And why do you think that is? Do you think that do you think they're embarrassed? I mean, what do you think?
Well, there's a stigma of weakness in male sickness. When you become ill as a man, you have to ask people for help. You don't want to do that. You feel like you're letting your family down. It's a sign of weakness of sorts. So now we hope that we can talk men into understanding that talking about your health or seeking evaluations prior to, that men do get what women get.
Absolutely.
There's a big pink campaign out here about breast cancer, and men don't think they get breast cancer.
And there is no weakness there at all, actually.
No, there's a huge incidence of men getting breast cancer. There are more men being diagnosed with stomach, lung, and liver cancer than there are women. But men don't want to, admit that. And there's that one examination, that prostate exam, that men feel is invasive.
We did one live on here.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And men always feel it's invasive and not so manly to get that examination. So
well, the more people talk about it like this and say it, I think it breaks that down.
Yeah, so we want them to understand that, cancer's treatable if detected soon enough. But you have to be able to go in and say, I want to be treated. Or give me the exam so I'll have the information.
Yeah.
Well, it's the part of a big campaign. Launches today. One for the boys, changing the whole male mindset of cancer. And don't be dumb is the slogan. You've got Andrew Lloyd Webber, you've got Bradley Cooper, you've got Gary Barlow, Robert De Niro. So a great list of people who are involved.
And hopefully we'll add more, and more guys will see these ads and they'll go, oh, okay. Especially guys that they think are macho.
Quite right. Samuel, thank you very much.
Thank you. Lovely to see you again.
It's been great.
Always a pleasure.
So nice.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.